and Chucky.
What's up, everybody? It's Danny.
And Charlotte.
From the Lassercast. Charlotte is back for the first time in a while. She's got her Chucky doll and her American Werewolf in London t-shirt. And we are very excited because you are a fan of the Chucky movies.
Yes.
Okay. She has seen all the movies in the Chucky franchise, from the original Child's Play through Curse and Cult of Chucky. And she had not, up until very recently, watched the Chucky series that is on both USA and the SYFY network. Now, I have covered Chucky, the TV series, for this channel, doing episode-by-episode reviews, and we are currently in the middle of Season 3. Season 3 gave us 4 really great episodes, and then took a hiatus, and is coming back. We are recording this on March 2nd. Chucky Season 3, the second part, is coming back in April, so a month away. But next weekend, we are also, you want to tell them where we're going next weekend?
We're going to MonsterMania, and we're meeting Brad and Fiona Dourif.
Well, we're going to hope to meet Brad and Fiona Dourif. Yes, they were added late to the MonsterMania slate. If you go to monstermania.net, you'll see the guest list, and I think tickets are selling out very, very quickly. I don't know if there's any Saturday tickets left, but there's probably some Sunday tickets left. But we're going Saturday to Cherry Hill, New Jersey, to MonsterMania, where we are planning on meeting Brad and Fiona Dourif, as well as some other legends of the horror field. Sam Raimi is going to be there. It's his first MonsterMania convention, as well as some not even horror-based.
McKenna Grace is going to be there.
Well, McKenna Grace is going to be there. Charlotte wants to meet her. She was in, of course, The Haunting of Hill House. And what else?
She's on, like, Young Sheldon. She's in the new 2 Ghostbusters movies.
Yep, the second one coming out very soon.
Yes.
But also, like, John Cleese is going to be there. John Lovitz is going to be there.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah, like, it's got an incredible list of celebrities. Tom Atkins and Stacey Nelkin from Halloween 3 are going to be there. Yes, Tom Atkins is going to be there. It's got an incredible guest list. But because we're going to MonsterMania, where Brad and Fiona Dourif are going to be, and because Chucky Season 3 is returning in April, I wanted Charlotte to get into the series, so we binged Season 1 of Chucky on Peacock.
Binged.
Yes, binged. We binged it on Peacock, where it is streaming. And the new episodes, like I said, they premiere on USA and the SYFY network. So cannot wait for those. And the goal is, if we can, to get through the next, I think we have 7 more episodes in Season 2 and 4. So 11 more episodes in the next week. I think we could do that. I think we can do that. Yeah. We binged Season 1 in 8 episodes in less than a week.
Like 6 days.
Yeah, 6 days. So I think we'll be okay. We already watched an episode this morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So, with that all out of the way, Season 1 of Chucky. The great thing, and this is one of the things that I've always talked about, Char, is what separates Chucky from other franchises is Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw. Those usually have great first movies.
And then, like, the rest are like, and some of them are like, oh.
But also, those movies kind of get co-opted by other people. Whereas, there has been one voice, well, 2 voices guiding Chucky since 1988. Well, first, I mean Don Mancini, who wrote the original movie, who has written and or directed every film in the franchise and is the creator of the series. The other voice is the more obvious one.
Brad Dourif.
Brad Dourif, who has voiced Chucky ever since he played serial killer Charles Lee Ray for the first 15 minutes of the first movie. And then since then, he has been the voice of Chucky for over 35 years now. Which is insane to think about.
Charles Lee Ray once in Curse in the flashback.
Yeah.
They de-aged him.
Yes. And so that leads us to one of the moments that are going to be in Chucky season 1, where they show flashbacks of younger Chucky, especially him meeting Tiffany for the first time. And who did they get to play young Chucky? Because it looked just like Brad Dourif.
Yeah, I was like, it looked like a younger Brad Dourif. It was Fiona Dourif. And like, I was like, I was watching, I was like, wow, did they de-age him? Like, how did they get such a Brad Dourif looking actor to play Charles Lee Ray? And I was like, kind of looks like Fiona Dourif. Oh my God, is it Fiona Dourif?
Yeah, when I first saw Chucky season 1, going back a few years, it took me an episode to realize that was Fiona dressed as her father, and it's even freakier now because they look so much alike. And she's great in the movies. She was great in Curse and in Cult, and she's great on this show. Some of your favorite moments of season 1 involved Fiona Dourif, and she's great going forward. So you'll see more of her as the show goes on. One thing I wanted to bring up also, the last time that we talked about Chucky on this channel was at Comic-Con, because at Comic-Con...
Oh, we bought all the Chucky things.
Well, yeah. Charlotte dressed as Tiffany one day, as Chucky the next day. We met the roving army of Chuckies. Oh. We got, you won a trivia contest and got an autographed poster.
I did.
And the Chucky, we got a Chucky box, which had the doll in it. The coffee mug was broken.
Yeah, it's over there. We bought a coffee mug and it ended up like
it had a chip in it. I was like, oh, that's so cool. They put a chip in it. And I was like, oh, wait, no, it's broken. But also, Comic-Con has done a great job over the last couple of years with all 3 seasons of Chucky at having the celebrities there. One year they had Don Mancini, Fiona Dourif, and the entire child cast was there. It was awesome.
Child cast.
Well, no, Zachary Arthur.
I thought you were like child's play cast. I didn't think you meant like child
I meant the kids. The kids that were on it.
Yes.
They even had Devon Sawa was there.
Devon Sawa?
Yes.
Sorry.
Last year, they did a premiere because I think it was the writer's strike was going on, and I think in solidarity, Don Mancini and the actors did not go to Comic-Con, which, much respect, but they did play an episode, and that crowd, I did a video when I got home talking about that episode of Child's Play, of Chucky Season 3. Let's just say if you've watched it, it involves a certain Saturday Night Live alumni and an umbrella, and it's amazing. Don't worry, you'll see it when you see it, and trust me, it's amazing. Season 1, we meet the main characters on this show are Jake, played by Zachary Arthur, who is kind of a loner kid. And what did you think of Jake and the other? So we have Jake, we have Devin, we have Lexi, and we have Junior, are probably the 4 main teenagers, right? So what did you think of those characters?
Okay.
Because they're supposed to be around your age.
They're like
even though they looked a little older, right?
Yeah. For Jake, I thought he was just, a loner kid, and like I knew he was getting bullied from the start. No offense. Devin just seemed like that type of kid who, he records like these like criminal
podcasts.
Criminal podcasts.
Hack and slash.
Yeah, hack and slash. So he seemed like a kind of like rich kid, but he wasn't like really rich, but his mom was a police officer, so. And then Lexi and Junior, you just hated from the start. Except Junior. I love Junior.
Yeah, she really liked Junior. Ted Briones,
I really liked Junior.
I really appreciated Junior much more this season, where he always feels kind of like the troubled outsider, even though he's one of like the it kids. And then when, his arc in season 1 is really like very sad by the end of it. How he like gets corrupted by Chucky. I know. I think she had a little crush on Junior.
You think?
and I've said this, and we just watched the first episode of season 2. Lexi's arc from like the worst human being you've ever met, like the character you most want to get killed by Chucky in episode 1.
I'm surprised she didn't die in the first episode.
I mean, Chucky literally tells Caroline, "I'm gonna go kill your sister." Like,
you wanna come? Like,
they literally set her up. Olivia Allen Lind, the actress who plays Lexi, is so good at being such a bitch that you really do want her and think she's just being set up to be as mean as she is to get killed. And she not only doesn't get killed in season 1, but she ends up becoming. Yeah, she has, like, in pro wrestling, they'd call that a face turn, right? She turns, like, into a good guy and a good guy. Okay. And she joins up with Devin and with Jake.
The Pow Pals and Dolls.
So, what did you think about Chucky and how he tried to corrupt each of the kids? Because the whole point of this season is Chucky needs a kid to actually commit a murder as part of his voodoo curse. Yeah. So he kind of goes from kid to kid trying to manipulate them. So
I think...
What did you think of that?
Jake was probably the most vulnerable? I can't speak. I think he was probably the most vulnerable. I don't even think he really tried to do Devin. I mean, he didn't really try like as much as he did with the others to corrupt Devin. Lexi, he did try, even though he tried to kill her several times, which is weird. But then, like, it was like a fake, yes, I will kill Jake. And then Junior, obviously, he got corrupted. And, like, there was a scene where Tiffany and, like, all of these Chuckies, Junior and tied up Devin, were in a room. And they were all laughing, except Devin, obviously. And Junior was just like...
I liked how...
But he was just, like, so awkward.
But I like Chucky's interactions, especially with Jake. Jake is a gay teenager, and there's this really funny interaction at the beginning where Chucky...
I have a queer kid, gender fluid.
Yeah, bringing up, of course, Glenn and Glenda from Seed of Chucky. And spoiler alert, yes, we will get Glenn and Glenda back. Yes. And part of what makes this show great, again, is... Don Mancini, who wrote every movie, directed a few of the movies in the franchise, and he created this show. So he has cultivated a family, a Chucky family. Cultivated, yes. Where you have, of course, Brad and Fiona Dourif, a family, but then Jennifer Tilly, who is in this season.
Jennifer Tilly.
And then, of course, who else is in this series?
Christina Lees and what?
Alex Vincent.
Alex Vincent.
Yeah.
I was at Andy Barkley, but yeah, Alex Vincent and Christina Lees, who I met.
Yes, we have hanging on her wall in her bedroom. We have the signed 8x11 photo of young Andy and young Kyle from part 2, and we met them at the last MonsterMania that we went to.
Which was 2 years ago.
Yes.
I also met Devin Sawa there.
Yes, before you knew he was in Chucky.
Sawa.
And, yeah, they're back. Jennifer Tilly's back. The Dourifs are back. It's, and then you have this new cast. Lexa Doig and Devin Sawa. Devin Sawa plays twins. He plays Jake's drunken father and his twin brother uncle, who is Junior's dad.
I got so confused. I was like, wow, they look so much alike.
I was like, it's the same actor.
I was like, what? Side by side they looked.
And also, Devin Sawa also comes back.
Oh, yay.
Not necessarily as one of the characters, because... Spoiler alert, both of his incarnations die in this season. So let's talk about that for a second. This is Chucky we're talking about. Did you have a favorite kill in season 1?
Ooh, there are a lot of great kills in season 1. I really liked how what was her name? Bree Wheeler? Bree Wheeler's death
Oh,
looked.
yes. Lexa Doig's character. That's Junior's mom. What happened there?
Chucky pushed her, or like she killed herself, and jumped and like fell out of the building.
He pushes like a medical cart into her, and she goes flying out the window. Oh my God. That was a great kill. Face planting into the window of her son's car.
I feel so bad for Junior.
Yeah, that was a brutal kill. Go ahead. I was just going to say that Chucky targets
the
parents of the younger people on the show. He kills Jake's father. He kills Lexi's father. He kills Devin's mother.
He kills
Junior's parents. Well,
Junior kills his own dad.
Yeah, but
with Chucky.
Yes.
Using Chucky. He's like, well, bam.
Please don't kill me that way. Especially, that's a pillow. It would take forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we... lots of gory deaths, and he even does a kill count at the end.
Oh yeah, he does a kill count at the end. 21 kills by Chucky.
Yeah. I just thought this was a perfect season of television. If you are not a fan, not if you're not a fan, but if you're not the most die-hard Child's Play / Chucky fan, if you've only seen, let's say, the first couple of movies, maybe you stopped at Bride of Chucky,
how could you?
There is enough in this show that it will catch you up, and you probably don't even need that stuff. You'll just be like, oh, this is just a fun horror series on TV. But if you are a fan of the Chucky movies like she was...
There were so many references that I got, but
Tell them about the text message you sent me when I was out one night.
Oh, so I watched I think it was episode 4 without you, because he was out in another movie. And I was watching episode 4, so I texted him, and I was like, oh my God, it's Eddie Caputo. My God.
That's like such a bizarrely proud...
He was like, good night, Eddie Caputo.
Dad moment where, as a horror movie dad... when your daughter can reference Eddie Caputo and send that as a text message, like, oh my God, it's Eddie Caputo. And understand that that's a reference all the way back to the first movie from 1988. That's a proud dad.
OMG, Eddie Caputo, the child is Eddie Caputo, who's the getaway driver. Oh my God, I got it. I'm so smart.
Yeah, she was very proud of herself for that. But yeah, like Charlotte said, if you're a fan of the movies and you watch this show, it is going to reward you for being a fan. It is going to give you those, like, oh my God, I can't believe they referenced that. I can't believe this actor is in here. I can't believe they brought back these characters.
Yeah, there was a lot of moments where they went back to part 3, and Chucky was talking, and he was like, I hate this and I hate that. I hate giant fans.
Yeah, he's talking to, he's like, oh God, gunshots are the thing that I hate the most. That and big giant fans. Which of course is a reference to the end of part 3. But like, that's just a throwaway line to somebody who just wants to watch a fun show. But if you've watched all the movies, you're like,
there were also a lot of, and I believe, I'm not saying this like I know it, but I believe there were a lot of scenes where like someone played Chucky and they were like walking, because there were a lot of scenes where Chucky's back were turned when he was like walking or doing something.
Oh yeah, they always have like either kids or like smaller actors who can just put on...
in Curse, there was like this lady who was playing Chucky, and she was like, oh, this was so much fun to do. I got to walk. The sheep fit perfectly.
Speaking of like the people who helped put Chucky together, again, it's a family thing. Don Mancini brought back Tony Gardner, who has been one of the head puppeteers and Chucky creators since almost since the beginning, but he's been a part of the franchise for so long. He actually has an on-screen death in... He's the one that gets decapitated by Chucky and Tiffany.
Yeah.
And his daughter, by the way, and this is something we could watch, his daughter, Tony Gardner's daughter, actually made a documentary called Living with Chucky.
Yeah, you said that.
And it's a lot of fun. And all the cast members, all the creators are in it. You'll get a kick out of it. But yeah, so I think that's a good place to kind of wrap up. Do you want to give some final thoughts on season 1?
Yeah, we didn't this whole time talk about Nika.
Oh my God, yes. Well, we mentioned that Fiona's in the show, but yeah, Nika.
She is well placed, Chuck Nika.
Chuck, that's a good one, yeah. Yeah, because she's half possessed by Chucky, and so when she's possessed by Chucky, she can walk, but then if she snaps back to reality, she's a paraplegic and her legs just stop working.
Yeah.
And how does Tiffany solve that problem at the end?
She cuts off all her limbs.
Yes, in a moment that genuinely creeped Charlotte out.
Because the way she's such a good actress, she looked at the camera and screamed. It got me chills.
When she notices that she's woken up and her arms and legs
are all bandages.
Jennifer Tilly basically boxing Helena'd her, and it's really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are already 1 episode into season 2. We have 7 more. We're going to binge through season 2. We're going to do a review of season 2 video. And then we are going to watch the 4 episodes of season 3. And maybe we'll do a season 3 recap to get us up to date before the next 4 episodes of season 3, which are returning to USA and SYFY in April. Okay? So if you are in the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area, go to MonsterMania.net. Try to get yourself a ticket for next weekend's MonsterMania. The con looks amazing. They have an amazing guest list. Go to the Ghost Girl greetings booth and buy some greeting cards and other stuff. We're going to be hanging out with Lori and Tony this weekend as well. And and Chucky returns April on USA and SYFY.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.